after 20 minutes spent
recording
this, and I wasn't recording. I thought this was never gonna happen to me.
Well, it did, and look where it happened on my day. That's crazy, Nick. Very crazy.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I'm glad it was you.
Wow. Waste my time.
Not even like that. No, I'm not wasting your time. We're gonna get dinner after this.
You're right.
Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome to the #1 podcast in the South Side of Chicago, the Nick Success Speaking Podcast. Before we get started, I would like to get you guys started with the Bible verse of the day, and it's in Philippians 3:14. It states, "I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." The word of the day today is disavow, to deny responsibility for. With that being said, I would like to introduce you to a very special guest of mine, my best friend since high school, Maurice Konkobo.
Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself
Hello,
for
guys.
us?
I'm Maurice, 22, straight out of Harvey. Not really, straight out of Dalton.
Straight out of Dalton.
22, from the Ivory Coast. Speak French, of course. Had to add that, and of course, Nick's best friend.
Your riz is that you can speak French.
Was definitely. You know how many hoes I used to get? Oh, I can't say hoes. Can I? Let me be proper.
I don't know. You can say
how
whatever
many,
you want.
You know how many women I used to get back in middle school? I'm not trying to be canceled. I'm not gonna be famous, and I'm gonna try to cancel me. No, I'm good. So yeah, you guys will get to know more about me as this conversation go on. So
That's right. All right. So
let's see.
I'm gonna act like I don't know what you said for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And ask you, tell us about your childhood, Maurice.
Well, I'm gonna repeat it again for the second time, cause you got me messed up recording this all over again.
Oh my god, bro.
So Maurice, childhood, kind of a blur. Not gonna lie to you. My parents weren't together when they were separated by the age of 3 years old. When I was 3, so I had to move. My dad made me move to my grandma's, which is in a whole nother country, for like 5 to 7 years. And after that, he brought me back to his house, and then I stayed with him for like 4 years. And after that, I got here. I never had the chance to stay with my mom for a long period of time.
That's crazy. You didn't. From 1 to 3, you don't probably even remember much about your mom. You didn't spend much quality time with her?
I don't even think at this time I remember my dad either. Like, if I'm trying to think in the back of my head what did my dad look like when I was a kid, I don't think I can tell you, because I don't remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's that trauma. It's probably not like trauma, like abusive trauma. It's just childhood.
I think it's abusive trauma. Yeah, I think it's abusive.
Is that how you feel?
I think it's everything. Because I realize that most of the stuff that I'm dealing with now, me being an adult now, I live by myself and do everything. I realize that most of the stuff that I do is from past. Like it's a reaction to something that I dealt with in the past, but I don't really remember what it felt. But I do remember what the pain felt like, but I don't remember the situation, the scenario, what happened. So I realized that it's like kind of like a defense mechanism or something like that. Like for example, I give you an example. Crazy.
Okay.
Like when somebody tell me I love you, I freak out. Cause it doesn't matter if you're my girlfriend or my sister or anything like that. I just like in the back of my head, just like, why are you saying you love me or something?
Yeah, because you didn't. I'm assuming you didn't hear it much when
I
you were
didn't hear it from
growing up.
my parents, and then me being moved around a lot. I'm like, hey, any day now. So I never got too comfortable in one place.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So bring us back. You said from 1 to 3, your parents separated when you were 3. And then after that, you went with your grandma?
Yes, to my grandmother. My dad sent me to my grandmother, my dad's mom.
Okay.
From there, I was there from 3 to like 5 or 7. And then after that, I went back to my dad.
To your dad's. So why were you with your grandma for so long? Your dad was trying to get his businesses?
I don't know.
I know that your dad has businesses,
yeah.
But our audience doesn't. So
yeah, he had a couple of business he owned. Like at that time, back when I was a kid, I know he had a what's it called again? A designing store where he was like designing like wedding dresses and suits and stuff.
Cool.
And then he was also trying to like open up a club he had like him and his best friend were trying to open up 2 clubs, which it ended up being like one of the top 2 best clubs in the whole goddamn city and almost the whole country. So they was making money, but this man
Yeah.
always told us he ain't have money, so he was cheap. So we had that. So the whole time, I don't know why my dad took. I think, well, if anybody don't know, my dad he goes around all the places. So he came to visit this summer. And
Yeah.
he told me that, I don't know, for me talking to him, I think that the reason why I went to my grandma is because of probably was having a lot of tension and problem between my mom and my mom's family side.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he didn't want me to be part of it, they didn't want me to see it. I don't know which one it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember. See, it's like when I talk about it more, I start thinking about it. So
Mm-hmm.
the reason why my dad sent me there is because he was working so much that he didn't have anybody to take care of me. So he sent me to my grandma's house, which is kind of messed up. You could have taken me to my mom or something like that.
Yeah.
He took me to my grandma's house. So that's why if I want to think about it more, I care more for my grandma than I care more for my mom or my dad.
Yeah.
Because
She raised you.
Because I feel like they just dropped me off at her house and then she didn't say no.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then when he came and took me back where I was to him, my grandma would like always check up on me and all stuff. So even my grandma would check up on me more than my mom did or even my dad did. So because when I was living with my dad, I wasn't like physically with my dad because my dad had a girlfriend. So I was just dealing with this lady for the whole time. And she came to this country now, and I'm still dealing with her now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Crazy.
She was trying to be
She was trying to be my
mom.
mom.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it's not gonna cut. I would get my ass whooped every day, but I don't give a damn. I don't care.
And your dad was at work, I'm assuming.
Yes, he was at work every day. Like he would go to the what's it called to his tailoring job or whatever, do the dresses in the morning, and at night he goes to the club. So he don't come back home till like the next morning. And by the time he comes back home, everybody's asleep.
Yeah. He's
when
sleeping and you sleep and
when he wakes up, when we wake up, he's still asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna wait for you to go play outside or wait for you to wake up. No, that's crazy. So by the time he's ready to go back to work, it's probably time for me to go take a nap or go do something. So we're like, only time we probably see each other like for a full day probably gonna be on Sundays. But even on Sunday, we still go to the club because back then, I think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was the time where like the club was actually booming. They was making like a lot of money.
Yeah, till this day, that's.
I don't know about to this day.
Friday nights, Saturday nights.
Everybody's at the club. Because of COVID?
Even Sundays.
Right.
People crazy, bro.
Sundays for the Lord. Even though I don't go to church like that, but Sunday you gotta stay home. For the
Lord, that's right.
You gotta stay home or do something, like clean the house or something. Yeah. What do you do?
On Sundays, I go to church with my girlfriend. We go to church. We like to go to breakfast after.
That's
we do
nice.
brunch.
I like that. I like that your girl go to church with you. You know,
that's cool.
You're
it's
a changed man.
I love it. And after brunch, we
wait. What's your girl name? Leslie. Right? I was about to mess that up. I was like, oof, Leslie, you're a good woman. You changed this man.
And then go to brunch, and then if we feel like doing an activity, we go to a movie or whatever. Do a little date, and then we come home, watch a movie, and then eat ice cream, and then call it a Sunday.
Just
like
eat ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
They go to church, eh?
Yeah.
That's a good Sunday. My Sunday is when I start to work. Sunday, that's where my week starts, because I work at night. So when Sunday night comes, it's time for me to go to work. So the whole day, I just want to sleep, not do anything, just relax.
Yeah, you just want to rest.
Because that thing is tiring.
All right, I'm going to bring it back to now 3 to 7. Let's say 7. And then after 7, you went back to your dad's.
Went back to my dad. He sent me I went to school for like 2 years, and after that, he sent me to boarding school with my siblings.
Okay.
Anybody don't know what boarding school is? It's a school where there's just a bunch of boys and a bunch of girls that just stay at the school and only come back home during like holidays. But it's not every holiday that you come back home. It's like, I say Christmas, the big holiday. That's the only time you get back. Sometimes you don't even get to go home because if your parents can come pick you up, you have no choice but to stay there.
So then you stay there and you spend Christmas or whatever.
Sad, man. Sometimes, let's say like in a whole, because it's like let's say your whole block is the dorm for the boys, but it's divided by classes. Let's say we had like freshman, sophomore, and junior. All freshmen stays in one room, junior stays in one room, but it wasn't that many people. It was like 15 people per room and stuff like that. So if you think about all these people, let's say there's like 50 kids, about 35 of them are going home. So the last 15 days of her, you're just sitting there doing nothing. Boring as so depressing, bro. Like there's nobody to play around with.
So you dealt with this.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah,
Every
you
time that my
didn't get
dad,
picked up.
every time that my dad forgot that he was supposed to pick us up, and we was already thinking he was about to pick us up because before you come, they have to call your parents and then ask them whether you coming to pick them up or not. And my dad, I guess they call my dad. My dad said yes. So when you do say yes, they're gonna come tell you gotta get ready because your parents are coming to get you.
Mm-hmm.
So we ready because that's the thing. When you get ready to leave, you have to wear your whole fucking uniform. You have to wear like a suit, a tie, and everything. Everybody was ready.
It was like
ready to,
military type.
ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
5 o'clock hit, 6 o'clock hit, 7. When 8 hit, like that, we know he's not coming.
Damn.
And they were like, I think it was a misunderstanding. And then we called my dad to find out that my dad said that he forgot. That he thought it was supposed to be tomorrow, the day after, but Christmas is literally 2 days from now.
He hit you with the disavow.
Yes, he did. Boy, that was nice. That was nice.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we stayed there that whole. I was so mad. I was like, I actually was happy that I was staying, but I just preferred that he would have told us he wasn't coming because before you leave, you have
excited.
It's not even about being excited. It's about all the work that you have to do before you leave, bro. I swear, bro. You have to make sure your bed is clean. You gotta make sure all your clothes are folded and nicely done because when you come back, it's like right back to school. Or you probably got like 1 day to get yourself together and then go back to school. And you don't want to be rushing on that 1 day that you have. So everything has to be clean and neat, nice, and everything has to be clean. You can't forget anything there because if you forget anything before you go home, they clean the locker, so they're throwing everything away. So I was ready with my 2 suitcases ready to go. My little brother was there too, and then we had this one guy. He's kind of like a brother but a cousin, but it doesn't make sense. It's like he's my dad, best friend's son. Okay. But his son was staying with us.
Basically your cousin?
Yeah, so he went to school with us too, but he was like a year older than me. So we was all in the same dorm. So he was ready. We were just sitting, but we looked sad as hell. We were just sitting out there just waiting at the front desk and he never came. We just went back home and slept. But we had a good time because we got to eat food outside from school. Because usually it's against the law. I mean, it's against the rules of the school. You can't eat any outside food because they don't want you to get sick or something like that. But we got to eat some food from outside. We actually sneaked it in. We had some friends because the way the school is set it up is like we had the people from boarding school right there. The girl was on the other side, and right there was the main building with all the schools, the classes, and all that stuff. And there's people from outside that was coming to school, but they were not staying over.
They weren't boarding.
So that's the only way you can get food. You tell your friend, "Hey man, give me something to eat when you come back." But usually they check them at the front desk before they come in. So what we do, we go to the back of the building, and then they just throw it off the wall. And you gotta eat it right there, and then when you're done, you just throw the trash right back over there. Man, I remember one time
they throw you a burger and it gets all messy. Sometimes
they send us like, because there's this thing we used to eat over there. It's like fish. It's like fried fish. And every time one time we was over there eating, it was just hiding and eating. All of a sudden, we heard a supervisor coming. One of the guys put the fucking fish in his pocket. He was about to walk out. That shit was mad hot, burning the fuck. I swear when he got to the room, I think he probably got like 2nd, 3rd degree burn or something like that.
That's crazy.
But he didn't want to go to the nurse because they're gonna ask him what happened, and he had to say that he had some fish in his pocket. Boy, what's crazy when he got to the room, he still ate that fish.
Oh my goodness, bro.
He was crying while he was eating.
Hey.
Oh man, that shit was sad. But yeah, so I went to boarding school for like 1 year, 1 year and a half, because I was completing my 2nd year.
And then what happened?
And that's when I got moved. That's when I was brought in this country. I was kidnapped from boarding school to here.
Kidnapped? How did that go?
Bruh, my dad came and gave me out of school without me knowing what was going on. Took me out of there.
He just picked you up?
He just picked me up. I think everybody knew beside me. Even my supervisor knew. I'm like, you're not even part of the family. How do you know? Because I was asleep, actually. No, I was actually doing homework because we had like study halls every night. And then it was on a Friday night, I think. Thursday or Friday night. And then he came and picked me up. My sibling didn't even know he was here to pick me up. So he came, picked me up, went home. Nah, I actually went to his office. I was there, confused as hell. Took a shower, got ready. I got new shoes. I was confused. I mean, this man don't never buy me the new shoes. What's going on?
Nice and ready, yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. Got dressed. All of a sudden, I see my mom calling him so she can talk to me. She's talking to me, saying goodbye and all this stuff. I'm like, goodbye, okay. But I wasn't shocked because I knew I was going somewhere. I didn't know where I was going.
You were so used to moving around.
So I knew, I was like, where am I going this time? Because I almost been anywhere. I've been to my auntie. I've been from different people. And then the next day, I went to go stay at one of his old houses that he had. And after that, I said goodbye to my siblings on the phone. They never came there because they didn't even know where I was going. I guess I wasn't supposed to tell them or something. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm like, okay, goodbye too. I don't know. And then after that, I'm going to the airport, walking in the plane. I was kind of reading the passage and stuff. Like, where are we going? And I saw it. I was like, there's no way. There's no way
He
this
sent
man.
you on your way by yourself?
No, he came with
Oh,
me.
he came with
But
you.
I was like,
Okay.
there's no way he should take me to the whole another continent without me even knowing where I'm going. And then when I got to when we actually, literally when we sat down, that's when he told me where we're going. And I was like, okay, I guess. I was
Going
like,
to Chicago.
I guess we're going. I didn't even know I was coming to Chicago. I just know I was going to the U.S. I was like,
okay.
I guess we're going to the United States. I was not even happy. I was mad, actually, because I was getting comfortable. I was getting very comfortable in boarding school because, I got everything settled. I had girls on top of girls. I had everything planned.
You
man.
had everything
It's
lined
like,
up.
I was like, next year was going to be my year because everything was all cool. Because first year when you go to boarding school, you have to to get settled in.
Mhm.
You gotta talk to people, know everybody around, know the little movement you gotta do. If you want outside food, what you gotta do and everything. And I was getting comfortable. Like sometimes when I'll go home, there'll be time that when they have to come pick me up to go on holidays. I tell my dad to not come pick me up, or he can come pick up my siblings because I don't want to go because I want to stay there because it was fun sometimes. Because we had this one
You
kid.
enjoyed it more than being home.
We had this one kid that was sad. That boy that never came and picked him up because his parents live like 4 hours away from the school. Probably like 5, and they didn't really have like time or a way to get over there, so they never came to pick him up. I see throughout the whole year they probably pick him up like twice a year or something. That's it. And I would stay with him, but we had fun. We just go to everybody's room with everybody because nobody's there. We just let me see what's in their locker.
I wonder what he has in his diary.
Nah, we don't read that shit. I don't think diary existed back in the day. We didn't care about that stuff. But yeah, so from there I came here in the United States, landed here on the 4th of July. Got out the plane. We got to see my cousin and my auntie. They took me to McDonald's. That was my first meal. Already had it before, but they took me to McDonald's. Had some McChicken, which was $1. And then after that,
Dollar menu.
Came home. I went to my auntie house in Dalton. Played outside all day, everything. And yeah, that's how I got here. I was kidnapped.
That's crazy. You didn't know where you were going. He just...
Not at all. I think if I have kids, but I don't think I want to put that much stress on them for that. That's crazy because I think that's probably one of the reasons why I always if you heard me say I don't want no kids,
yeah,
I'm like skip them kids. But I only take that one person to make your train of thought change.
Yeah.
But
your person.
Yeah, your person.
That's
your person.
Crazy.
So yeah.
So all right. So you brought us all the way to today.
To today.
That's crazy.
Till today.
So, how is it like, man? I can only imagine just moving around back and forth.
Yeah.
Not really talking to your parents, to your mom or to your dad.
Yeah, so it's like when I got here and I see people with their parents and stuff, and I've seen them talking crazy to their parents. I'm like, I wish I can have at least talk to my parents and stuff in that level.
Do you think it has affected you in any form in your life? With your relationships?
It affected me a lot in my relationship when it comes to let's take 2 different examples. On my mom's side, I didn't really talk to my mom because I was a kid. I didn't have a phone, so there's no way for me to talk. The only way I would be able to talk to her, it would be her calling my dad, and my dad would pass me the phone so I can talk.
Okay.
Which she rarely did. Or from time to time, my dad would try to let me go over there on holidays to go visit her, but sometimes she'll find out she'll make an excuse to not be able to come pick me up. So I don't go. But the thing is, I'm used to it, so I wasn't mad at it or nothing like that. So when I realized that when it comes to that, it became very hard for me to trust women. Like, it doesn't matter if you're my girlfriend or you're my cousin or anything like that. I just expect you to do some dumb shit. Like, I just know you're gonna do some dumb shit to this.
You just assume.
I just assume. It's like I was living in that state of mind where there's this quote that I heard from somebody, I don't know where, but he said that don't never have no high expectation for anybody because expectation lead to huge disappointment. And he was right. I mean, you can't think like that, but he was right. So I never stopped. I didn't hope for big out of anybody. Because even when I talk to girls or anything like that, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's gonna do some fucked up shit, and I'm gonna be like, hey, it happened. And literally, when you speak things into existence, it actually happened. Like my girlfriend back in high school, I don't know if you knew that or something. But I
Who?
told myself when I started high school, I was never gonna be in a relationship.
Yeah,
But my senior year, that's when I got into a relationship.
I remember.
Ugh. Why would I do that? I don't know. Cause I was actually having fun in high school. When it comes to like talking to girls, having a good time. I was having
High
fun.
school was fun.
And then I started dating her. I decided to open myself up a little bit. It was kind of hard because she would want to know more about me,
Hmm.
and I was keeping it very short. Like
So you built up a wall.
I built up a huge wall. Like
Yeah.
I built up a wall in the thing. Like you know about me, but you just know the general knowledge thing about me. Like you know like how old am I, my age, where I'm from, and that's
Mhm.
about it. Like if you ask me about my childhood, I'm gonna be like I don't really remember anything. That's exactly how I'm gonna be like. So you try to force it. At some point, I was able to open up a little bit, and it come to my surprise, what happened? The girl cheated on me. It was crazy. I'm gonna tell you guys. Never get your girl social media where just leave her like that. She cheated on me, right? So she went to her ex house. I remember the day, but I was at home doing algebra. I was doing what class was I taking?
You said we were
We
seniors?
was seniors, who was taking the other class. I forgot the name of it.
We had a lot of classes together in senior
Yeah,
year.
but we had this one math class. It was about something that had to deal with finance. I forgot the name of the class.
Financial algebra.
Yes, that one. So it was on a Friday. I was at home doing my homework. I had on a nice wife beater, white one, and some shorts, a basketball shirt. I was
Wife beater?
yeah,
Wife beater?
a wife beater. I was about to say a tank top, but I was like, that's it, wife beater. I was sitting there doing my homework and I was bored. So I was like, let me go to my phone. I'm scrolling on Snapchat, swiping on Snapchat, and I see her with her ex at his house. They're dancing and over here kissing. Boy, I was like, I guess I knew this was gonna happen, but not like that. So
Mhm.
one, it made me look stupid because she didn't really know any of my friends, but a lot of her friends knew me. So I had people texting me,
Like,
DMing me,
have
like,
you seen
have
her
you seen your
Snapchat?
Snapchat?
Yeah.
Have you seen your Snapchat? I'm like, yeah, I see. What I did was I swiped up to her Snapchat on her story, and I was like, that's nice, bro. Just know that we done. And then she tried to call my phone that same day. I never picked up her phone. So that's how it started. I realized that I had like a very big trust issue. Like,
Yeah. You still do. You
I
still
think-
don't trust even your best friends with updating us when you go to the hospital.
we're gonna talk about that,
I
but
didn't even know you was at the hospital last week.
nah, it's not that. I think that's last week was something that I just needed to be like. I didn't want to tell everybody.
You just want to deal with it on your own.
I think this week was like that thing was the worst.
It was worse.
When I say worse, like it really got to me like mentally,
Yeah.
like crazy mental. It was more like I was fighting more like a mental battle thing than more than like just like the physical pain of me being sick and whatever. So that thing was crazy.
So what we're talking about is Maurice has sickle cell.
Yes.
So
do you
wanna...
do you know anything about sickle cell? Tell me, man. You
I
say
know...
you're my best friend, right?
Yeah.
So what do you know I have a sickle cell? There's two different. I have the disease. So what do you know about sickle cell?
Okay. So I only know this because he's my best friend. I didn't even know it was a thing. I was gonna ask you this question, but since you turned it on me, you hit me with the
reverse card, huh?
Sickle cell is basically anemia.
Uh-huh.
It's when your red blood cells get thinner or fight each other, something like that. And your blood thins, right?
My blood's sickle. That's me because everybody's blood is like the way it moves is kind of like the cells are kind of like rounds, but mine's when
get like
they get like a how do I say like a banana
little,
shape.
Yeah.
So when it gets like that, it's hard for my blood to flow around my whole body. So
and
when
you
it's
don't have a lot of oxygen, and your muscles start cramping.
Look at you!
Know.
You know a lot of research.
Only reason I know this because they give you a paper when you go to the hospital.
Yeah.
They give you a paper that explains sickle cell, and I read it because I was I go to the hospital to see you.
Yeah, I see. You did your homework. Yeah. So usually when that thing happens, it's like it depends on where it happens. So sometimes it can be on my chest, but that thing is painful. I'm telling you. And sadly,
it knocks them down.
And sadly, it happens to like mostly black people. Google and see how many people how many Hispanic have I see it's probably like
Hispanics.
Yeah, probably like 5% or less than that have sickle cell. But I know almost about 75% of black people have sickle cell. But yeah,
Hispanics or Mexicans?
Mexican, if you want.
Mexican.
Because since you're Mexican, so let's say Mexican.
Let's just go with Latino because it could be
anything. You can't say Latino because there's black Latinos too, so
So this has to do with color.
Yeah, because like when you black, we have like we don't have the same like genes and stuff.
It says 1 out of 16,300 Hispanic. One.
One. Now look it up for black people, man. You're gonna be shocked. So there's this thing they do like when you go to the hospital, like if they're like, it's crazy. Man. I had a rough childhood, man. I don't think like a lot of people would like want to have the type of childhood that I had. We're not trying to make this podcast sad, but we're talking about real stuff. So at this point, mine as well.
We love to be vulnerable on this podcast.
So mine as well. Mine as well. And I'm trying to make this podcast the best podcast out of all the episodes. So you best believe I better get all the likes and all the subscribers on this podcast.
Yeah, we'll shoot your Instagram. What do you want? Your Instagram or your
anything? I don't even remember my stuff, but we'll try.
8 to 10%, or is it 8 out of 10?
It's 8 out of 10 people out of 10 black. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some people can have the sickle cell, but they'll have the anemia. But some people will have the disease. The anemia is like you.
Anemia is just when you don't have enough iron, right? Iron deficiency.
Nah, that's not it. Anemia it's the different things. It's like anemia is when you have like the symptoms of the sickle cell, but you're not as much. You don't get as much pain for it as it is if somebody has a disease. Anemia is like something that you can control. Something like almost you can do it so you don't feel any type of pain anywhere like that. But when you have the disease, boy, you.
It never goes away. You can't just.
It's curable, bro. There's a lot of research that I've been doing lately. People like cure themselves based on like the stuff they eat, what they have to do like physically and stuff like that. But recently there's been some studies about some type of like gene transmission, like they literally change your whole gene. It's called CRISP or something. CRISP, like, but it's done in England or something, so it's not like
it's a study.
It's a study, but somebody did it. But it actually worked on this one lady who was like 35. She had sickle cell, and they actually did it on her, and she's like fully cured. But they're trying to like make it legal everywhere. But I'm pretty sure that thing is expensive. So yeah. I had a rough childhood. Like I was getting sick every.
So at what age did you start feeling that?
Yeah, since I was out the womb. They told me.
For real?
At first, they didn't know what was going on with me because back in 2000, technology was not all that. So they didn't know what's going on with me. Or I was getting sick all the time. So I think I was at the hospital almost every day when I was a kid. And then when I moved to I think that's the reason why I moved from my grandma's house to my dad's house, because when I was there, I was getting sick constantly. And then they were like, they couldn't find a solution. Like my grandma tried like some type of like traditional medicine and all the stuff. That thing did not work. And then moving to my dad, and when I went to my dad, it kind of cooled down a little bit. Like let's say from my grandma's house, I would get sick like once or twice every week. But when I went to my dad, I'll go like 3 months, 4 months without getting sick, and I'll get sick.
And you said it was a different country. Maybe it was the climate.
It was a different country. It was the climate. And then I didn't know nothing about that until I moved here too. When I moved here, I was rarely getting sick. Like I can go like a whole year or 7 months without getting sick. But if I do get sick, it's like minor pain. Yeah. Like I have pain like in my elbows, on my legs, or on my knees, which I don't do nothing for like 1 or 2 days. Yeah. And it go away. And when I got as I got older, let's see, when I got to like 14, 15, I started researching stuff by myself. And I realized there's a lot of stuff that affects like me getting sick, like stress, not getting enough sleep, the weather, the climate, anything. Like if I stay outside for too long when it's cold outside and I'm not like covered fully the right way, there's a chance that in the next 2 weeks I'm gonna get sick.
Alcohol, we figured out.
I don't think it was alcohol. It was not alcohol.
Dehydration.
Nah, it was the day we did the smoking thing. Yeah, when y'all made me eat edibles. Remember that time? I think that was that time that I got sick. That was the first time we all tried edibles.
Yeah, for our, instead of going to prom, we didn't go to prom. We went to Wisconsin Dells.
Ain't gonna lie, it was fun. Wisconsin.
It was a fail, but it was still fun.
It was a fail because somebody had to forget to plan stuff the right way.
No, that's not what it was.
Wow.
One of us, it was a group of 4 of us, and one of us wasn't over 18.
Yes, that man told us he was 18. Till we get there, he doesn't.
We didn't know. I didn't know that he couldn't get.
He told us.
Actually, I did know. You're right. I did know. I told him to stay in the car, and he didn't want to stay in the car.
The thing, what I remember was he told us he was 18. He told us he was already 18, but when we got to the place, he told the lady that he turning 18 in a week.
No, because I kept telling him to stay in the car because I did know. You're right. I did know.
And that thing
I
was
knew.
crazy.
We figured out in the car that he wasn't old enough, that they weren't gonna, like, I read it on the thing once we were already in Wisconsin.
After a
That
4 hour
yeah,
drive.
yeah.
Crazy.
That they weren't gonna let him in. So then three of us were. So then we were like, all right, all three of us are gonna go get the room.
And then we go in there and they tell myself we need a credit card. We 18, we don't have a credit card. So he was on the phone trying to call your dad to use his credit
My
card.
mom sent me some money.
And
She
then I
sent me-
called my cousin and she said she would let us use her credit
Yeah.
card. And then while we was about to use it, she asked for some IDs.
Yep.
I was
She
like,
asked for IDs, and there Julio was under 18, and they said, nope, here's your money back.
man, we had to
Oh
go
my
sleep
God.
at where were Express.
We got a hotel with that because oh my God, we had money that day.
Yeah, we had money there. That's why when we came back from
Yeah.
that place, we went shopping and went
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
We ended up going to stay at a hotel.
Yeah,
And then
that was fun.
We just made the best of it.
We made the best of it. We had no choice. It was either that or we had to go home. And I was not about to go home after a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
But it was fun. And that's when I got sick.
yeah.
I got sick when I think it was
On
the last day.
On the last
Because
day.
the day before that, I took some edibles. And then I was not drinking enough water. Got dehydrated.
Yeah, we were
as hell.
drinking. We were in a fantasy world. We were underage drinking. In a fantasy world. This didn't happen.
This didn't happen, man.
And he had
Matter of
some
fact, in the
edibles.
metaverse.
In the
Yep.
metaverse.
It came before you guys. We came out with that. And
for
you guys-
prom.
For prom.
We went to Wisconsin, and that happened. And that's when I first saw you go through some pain.
Yeah, but you guys didn't know what I had though. I
Yeah,
didn't
we
need to
didn't
tell
know.
you guys. It's actually the day when we came back, and I think a couple of days later, I went to the hospital.
Because
out
you
there.
were in pain.
Boy, I
we
was
couldn't
in-
get you out of bed.
I was in pain. But that ride that 4-hour ride home was rough. Cause I felt like I was stuck. I was just sitting in one
We
position.
had to carry you into your house.
Yeah, that thing was sad, man.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That's when we figured out it was because you were dehydrated.
Yeah. And then I decided to try edibles again another time. And I want because
Again.
this is what happens. Like
I
when I
hate
have
you.
like for me to figure out what's the cause of stuff like that, I have to do the same thing like twice to see if like I'm gonna have the same effect to it. So when
Yeah.
they happen, that's when I noticed that drugs ain't for me.
Mm-hmm.
The only drugs I take is the hard drugs, and you don't want that. Trust me. Those drugs get
Yeah,
you. Man.
them drugs, I don't know what they give you at the hospital. It
Boy.
mellows you down, though.
That thing's to knock you the. Oh man, if I try to sell that, I'd probably be rich right now. Yeah. I'd be rich. Ain't gonna lie. But-
Okay, so sickle cell. I don't think we finished talking about it.
Oh yeah, but yeah, something that happened. I've been dealing with it my whole life. I dealt with it. I think recently, since last year, I started like getting sick more.
It's been getting worse.
It's been
It's
getting
been once
worse.
a month.
Once a month.
It's been once a month.
At
for a
first, it was
week.
like once every 2 weeks. I mean, once every 2 months and stuff. But it became like once a month. And I came to a conclusion, man. Yesterday was rough.
Yesterday?
Man, I wasn't sick yesterday, but I'm about to tell you something I never told you. I mean, people know already. People that I talk to closely, this one girl and then one of my mentor and stuff know. But I got out the hospital 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. No, it was last week. No, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it
You're
was
right.
2 weeks
It
ago.
was
I
2
got out
weeks
the
ago.
hospital 2 weeks ago. That week when I was at the hospital, I was dealing more with some like mental stuff because I was dealing with my parents and all this stuff. Because, I had a rough time.
Mhm.
Because anybody don't know, my siblings actually finally moved into this country. So the whole time they moved in about we're going into 3 years. So when they first came here, they came in with nothing on their backs. I don't know why. They literally came in this country with no clothes. They literally came in one suitcase and all four of them.
Oh my God, they didn't have no clothes.
Because the thing over here is all cheap and life is good. So when they came here, you know what's crazy? I'm
What?
pretty sure you remember too.
I remember.
They came like a day before my birthday when I was turning 21 and
Oh,
we had to
yeah.
go to that Fogo de Chao.
Yeah.
That day when they came, they didn't have nothing, but you had to dress up to go to Fogo. So I had to take all three of them to go buy some clothes
Oh, I
for
remember
them
that
to
day.
wear. But my
Yeah.
auntie said she was gonna take care of one of the girls. I was taking care of my brother. So just for that, I probably spent like $200 on him that one night, and then we went to Fogo de Chao. Fogo de Chao was fun. It was like 20 or like 22 of us.
It
over
was
there.
a lot of us.
That
It
was
was
a-
fun.
It was fun.
That was a good
man.
night.
And we got there, ate or whatever. Like literally the next week, I had to take all three of them to go shopping to buy clothes for them.
And you had to buy for them. That was
Exactly.
crazy. I was
For the past 2 years, I felt like I was a dad my whole life. It was like
yeah.
I was like taking care of them. It was just a lot of pressure. It was like my dad was expecting me to take care of his kids, what I'm trying to take care of by myself, try to figure things out. But I think that's when it all started. So like it brought like I
That
realized
brought
like
a lot of stress on you.
I got more sick. Like I started getting sick more recently when my dad started coming here. When he
Hmm.
got here, that's when I got sick because I don't know why that.
No, even before that, you were already getting
Yeah,
sick.
I was getting stressed a lot by that. Like I was handling everything. If you think about how a dad's supposed to be, like take care of them kids, make sure they go to school.
Hmm.
Like literally, I work fucking 11-hour shift every at night, and then when I come back home, I can't go to sleep because I have to
Taking
wait to
your
take my
siblings
sisters
to
to
school.
school every
Hmm.
morning at 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning. So I don't get back home like at 8. I can't even sleep. So by the time I'm trying to sleep, when 3 o'clock, the kids are back home making noise. I can't sleep,
Hmm.
and I gotta get up soon to go back to work again. So that also affects
The sleep
on my
caught up to
health
you.
and my sickle cell too. So I would get
Hmm.
sick. I would go to the hospital, and when I go to the hospital, the saddest part, none of my family come to see me.
Yeah, I know.
None of my cousin, only my friends. This guy, Fluffy, come to see me, and some other friends that would come to see me. Like I see my family came to, when my auntie come visit me, bro. She probably like she'll come visit me when she's on her way to work or doing sometime. And when she does come, she just come and stop by for like 5 to 10 minutes and ask me if I'm good. I'm like, yeah, I'm straight, and then she just go home. Now, like I don't even want to say nothing to her, but fast forward to 2 weeks ago, I was at the hospital. I was just
Hmm.
sitting in bed. That's why he was mad at me because I didn't tell him I was at the hospital that week.
He always. Well, I've had to take you. Who took you this time?
Who took me? This time my cousin took me. Amadou.
He's
He's the
back.
one that
He's
yeah,
back
he's
from
back. He's the
college.
one that took. I didn't even want to tell him to take me. Because my plan was to actually get in my car and then go to the hospital
You
myself.
tweaking.
But I remember the last time when I did that, boy, I was in that car driving like sick as hell. I thought I was about to die for a second, but I made it to the hospital that day because I was getting off work. And all of a sudden, like my chest just started beating like
Yeah.
crazy. And I was like 45 minutes away from the hospital, and I was driving. I was
You
speeding on that
crazy.
highway.
Oh
Man, I
my
was
god.
not playing.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago.
Went to the hospital. Only told the girl this one girl, a friend that I talked to. I told her, who was it I tell? My cousin was there, of course, and who else? Damn, I think that was it. Only told like 2 people, or probably 3. Because I told my little brother that I was going to the hospital, and he ended up telling his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, the whole country started to know about that. But not you, still. But I was there, but nobody came to visit me, bro.
Wow, a whole country knew before I knew.
Yeah. Nobody came to visit me though. Let me think. Yeah, only my cousin came because I told him to bring me some food. So the whole time I was there, I was just contemplating and just like just getting very intimate. Like I got to a point where I didn't want to like. I was telling myself like when I'm done, when I get out of the hospital, I don't want to do shit anymore. Like
You just.
I don't want to go to. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do. I don't want to do fighting. Nothing. I just want to say fuck it. I don't want to say give up. I didn't want to say kill myself, but I just don't want to do nothing. I just wanted to be a bum because like I feel like at a point when every time I do something, I get sick or like, and then I went through this rough patch, man. I was like fucking. I was beat down because like literally 2 months before that, when I went to the hospital, that was like one of my painful one when I was at the hospital for like 6 days or something like that.
That was like. That was that time that I took you, know?
Yeah, that was that time you took me. It was
That was
then.
like almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was almost there for 2 weeks, and after that, that one was like a physical pain that I was in pain because I was crying that day at the hospital. I remember that thing was painful.
Yeah.
But at that time, that's when me and that other girl met because she came and visited me every single day to the hospital. Like the first 2 days, she came with her friend, her best friend, right? And then when she came, and then the next 3 days when she came by herself, and then she would stay all the way until like past visit hour.
Mm-hmm.
She bring me some food, and then she try to make me laugh, to make me forget about the pain. Yeah, she a real one, bro. But things take so, but last week was crazy. Last week I didn't have no visitor though because she wanted to come but she couldn't because she was busy.
Mm-hmm.
But she was on the phone with me every night before I would go to sleep or before she would go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't tell her what was going on because having walls and all that stuff.
Yeah, you have your wall up.
Yeah,
You still have your wall up.
I think I do.
Anyways.
And then yesterday I went to practice. I went to karate practice. We had like a little seminar over there that day. I went there and I was like, I was fun. I was fine. I was doing all my workout. Everything was great. We had people coming out like from different towns and like different cities, and they wanted to train with us. So it was over there. Everything was cool. And when we was done, I got ready. I got dressed, and I started talking to one of my teacher. She's a wise lady. I think she's like 72 or 74.
Mm-hmm.
So she was talking to me about she was just asking me how am I doing because people in my dojo, I feel like people in my dojo care more than like my own family because they all like check up on me and all that stuff. So she was telling me about how, because I told her about the time when I was thinking about giving up and not doing everything anymore,
Yeah.
anything at all. And then she was like, sometimes you just got to take a step back and then just sometimes you love doing the stuff that you love to do. You have to step away from it so you can feel good about yourself before you come back to the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said something. I can't remember. She was like, but just know that every time you're not at the dojo, everybody can feel your presence not being here. I was like, damn.
Dang, she hit you.
She hit me with that. And when she said that, bro, for the first time, I actually cried. Like, tears started coming down my eyes. Like, I couldn't even control. For the past 5 minutes, I just started to tear up. And I was trying so hard not to cry, but and then when she said that, like, it's like how can I explain this? It's like you know how you step outside and it's like windy, and then when the wind hits you, it's like cold wind that hits you. Like, it was like that. When I felt that, like, everything, like, it's like all my problem, everything that I had going on just like came back at once. Like, it just hit me at once. Like, a lot of stuff that I had it balled up.
So you already had it balled up, and it was just
it was like some stuff piled up on top of each other, and everything just collapsed, just went down the drain. And I just kept on crying. I was just sitting there, like, I wasn't like sobbing crying, but like waterfall just dripping out of my eyes. And as she was talking to me, she was trying to make jokes to try to make me laugh, but it was not going. I was not going for it. Man, I was sad. And when she talked to me a little bit, and she talked. When I went to my car, I literally had to sit in my car for like 10 minutes. And I was just sitting there just looking at this window. And then I was like, fuck. And I started crying again. I was like, what is this?
Emotions?
I do not cry. I can't remember.
They're emotions that you should be feeling.
I tell you, bro, the last time I cried, I probably was like, if it's me crying, probably was like when I was like a kid. That's the last time I remember me crying, man. Other than that, and I got home. I was supposed to go to work yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you. But
You didn't go to work yesterday?
I didn't go to work.
Dang, you wow.
That's how bad it is. I didn't go to work.
Oh, so you're still dealing with this? That's what you're telling me right now.
No, not the sickles, about the thing with me talking to her. Yeah, that's how it is.
Oh, that was yesterday.
I'm telling you, it happened yesterday.
No, I didn't know it was yesterday.
Man, it literally happened yesterday, man. Literally happened yesterday. And I went home. And, in my place, the AC is in my living room. So I just stayed in the living room on the couch, just sitting there watching TV. And then I was just thinking. And then I called my cousin, the one that lives in Texas, the skinny one, the one who's the DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I called her because, like, she kind of like my therapist or something, because she goes to a therapist. She sees a therapist and stuff. Well, the reason why my cousin moved to Texas was because she used to live here, but her mom was like very controlling with everything. Yeah. My auntie is. We ain't gonna talk about that, but that's a whole other subject.
I've witnessed it.
Yeah, you witnessed it. So like, she moved away out of everybody because she wanted to start something new. Like she was like getting like very depressed. She told her mom that she was depressed, but her mom told her, you need to stop telling people that you're crazy. But we ain't gonna talk about that. That thing is wild. Oh my goodness!
I remember we used to cut her grass.
Oh yes.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
We'll talk about that in
a bit.
Because it's like, so when I went to I was at home, called my cousin, and we talked for like 2 hours. We was on the phone for 2 hours yesterday. And then we was talking, like, everything started to come back. Everything started to make sense, like, from my childhood to, like, me being... That's when I noticed that's when she told me that, oh, boy, you've been kidnapped when you came to this country, because she didn't even know that's how I came.
So this is fresh. You're fresh. Yeah.
Because she didn't even know that I came to... That's how I came to the country. She didn't even know that's how I came, because I never told anybody how I got here. But I remember my dad used to make jokes of it because he thought I was fun, but that shit was not fun to me. I was like, I didn't even find that shit amusing at all.
It must have been traumatizing for you.
So yeah, we was talking, and then I had to realize that what I need to do, I need to like separate myself from everybody. From everybody, I'm like mostly from my family and stuff, because I feel like most of like the reason why I've gotten sick most of the time was for me being stressed, and that's one thing that I cannot afford.
Your mental health.
Because when it affects my mental health, it affects my body. Because I decided to stop not doing anything. I literally canceled my gym membership, bro. Do you know this?
Bro, I did not know this.
Man.
You crazy. But you're still going to judo, no?
Yeah, but I don't go as much no more. Because I literally say, I haven't gone there for like 3 weeks until yesterday.
Oh my God.
So it's like, I had to realize, I came to an understanding that I need to like cut my parents off. Sad, but it's life, bro.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes when
you gotta cut whoever is draining you mentally.
That's why when I see you and your parents and all that stuff, I was like, man, y'all lucky and stuff. Cause me, I didn't get the chance to have all that. Cause it's like, I tried when my dad came here this summer. I tried to have a conversation with him, but it was like every time I talked to him, he'd make me feel like I wasn't doing nothing with my life.
Yeah, because
Like try to like he
he's
always
so successful.
I always want to ask him like, what am I doing next? How am I making good money? I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, I'm 22. I have my own place. I have my own car. I pay for everything for myself. Nobody helps
Mhm.
me. I have a job. I'm
And
not
on top of that, you're taking care of his kids.
his fucking kids and his fucking ex baby mama. Like, what the hell is wrong with this lady, man? But all of that, nothing. He always wanted to know what the hell I was doing next. So like, it made it like it got to a point where I don't want to talk to him. Cause if I talk to him, that's all he want to talk to me about, and he be trying to make me like guilt trip me about like certain stuff. Man, this is not a therapy session, man. Oh,
You just gotta forgive him, cause you know forgiveness is for you.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's not what about. It's like I say I forgive him, but in the sense where I forgive him, but I need to stay away from there.
Yeah, exactly. You
It's
forgive
like
him,
it happened is
and
whatever, but I
and
stay
then
away
you
from
gotta
there.
move
Like
forward.
I'm starting to like try to set like very like hard boundaries. Like
Mhm.
we're talking like if you call me and I see your phone call and I don't want to talk to you, I will not pick up your phone call. I will call you whenever I'm ready to talk to you because I
Yeah.
feel like you bring some unnecessary. Like literally, I can be at home having a good day. If I see a phone call from my dad or my auntie, my whole energy just changed, and I'm like,
It drains.
something
Drains
about
you.
to happen. So it was like, so yeah, it was a tough realization, but I had to do it, and I had to let my brother know too. I'm like, bro, yeah, I'm not your dad.
Yeah,
From now on, I'm just gonna be your brother.
that's
That's
it.
it. Like, don't call me for anything. If you call me for some stuff that I know I can do it, I'll do it for you. Other than that, anything that had to do with parenting and stuff, don't call me. Because like
Mhm.
at the time, like my sister would do some dumb stuff at school, and I have to punish her, do some stuff. But when I do it, like let's say I take her phone away or something like that,
Mhm.
she find a way to go talk to her mom or her dad, and her dad come back to me and tell me, "Hey, bro, you gotta give her her phone. She's gonna be fine. She's a little
So
kid."
then that
It makes no
it'll
sense.
not a
Makes no
yeah,
sense.
literally not a purpose for
Not a
you.
point of me
Yeah.
doing nothing or that. So I was like, okay, I'm done with everything. Like literally, something that just happened literally like today. What happened? I dropped my sister off to St. Louis like a couple of weeks ago, which is
Mhm.
like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
Before I went there, I told my mom, I told my dad, and I told my siblings' mom that if I go drop them off, I'm not picking them back up.
Mhm.
The uncle would have to bring him back because I was not, because me going there for 4 hours is literally taking 10 hours out of my day.
Yeah, you're driving 4 there and 4 back.
4 back. And usually when I get there 4, they want me to sit there and chill with them for like an hour before I come back. So that's
Mhm.
literally 10 to 11 hours of my day that I wasted. And I told him that I make sure everybody understood. I said, all right. And then now it's almost time for the kids to go back to school. The kids are not back. They expect me to go pick them up.
No.
I think that's when I started setting boundaries like
Yep.
today. And I was like, I'm not going. I told y'all from the beginning what was going to happen. And now they're telling me that my sister's over there acting a fool. She's not listening to
Matter of
nobody.
fact, just let her stay there so that they can correct her.
I'm like, that's none of my problem. Like, I don't
Mhm.
care anymore. Like, I'm gonna be their brother, and that's it. I'm gonna be their brother. I'm gonna say, hey, man, you need to get your shit together.
Mhm.
If you don't listen to me, man, that's your life.
Yep.
Other than that, bro, more of the story, bro, don't let your parents stress you out.
Yeah.
It will take you very far.
Yeah. Mentally, it drains you, and that
Sad,
affects
sad.
you. Your
It
sickle
affects
cell.
me like very
your-
bad. So
yeah.
that's why I had to change a lot of stuff, like what I eat, everything. It's hard, but what can I do?
Yeah.
Try to survive. I used to think about like being successful is like making money, have everything that you need or whatever. But in my head, it's like if you have all this, but you're not healthy, there's no point.
Yeah.
You just have a bunch of
What's
money
that
for no
saying?
reason.
A sick man's wish is just to be healthy, and a healthy man's wish is to be rich, or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, a sick man's wish is just to be healthy.
To be healthy, yep. And then a rich man wishes just to be happy.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
That's
like a
probably
lot
what
of
it is.
people out here, they got a lot of money, but they don't have happiness or peace of mind. And I think the girl that I've talked to, her name is Vanessa. She told me to give her a shout out.
Shout her out.
Vanessa, this is for you. I'm gonna make sure you watch this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure you
So,
watch this.
Let's
So
talk about. Oh, go ahead.
So I think she might be the reason why I started to open up, because I don't think in a million years I'll be able to talk to you about this in public like that.
I know.
Man.
Not even in private.
Not even in private. That's crazy. Yeah.
This is a perfect time to talk about the business.
The business. Oof.
We used to have a business together. We used to have a lawn care company.
Yeah,
with Fluffy.
we all three of us a bunch of entrepreneurs, right? We always try to do stuff for ourselves.
We trying to become rich together.
I think our first business when we were selling them candy and tahini candy back in high school.
Yeah.
That was the first one. That thing was a flop. We
was
made
a
like a
flop.
little cash. But it
It's
wasn't.
some decent money, but it was just enough to like just go out.
It was it was enough for us to, like, after swimming we go to a restaurant and get
Yeah.
something. It was not that type of money. And then after that we started, like, which one was it? Cleaning snow.
We cleaned snow for a winter.
That thing was
That
painful.
sucked. I was like, never again.
Never again. If you don't have a truck or like a plow to, like, to be able to move snow, don't do it. I'm telling you.
And then we
And
did.
then
We came up with LMN.
Element, but it's
but
still
we
there.
we didn't
didn't
do
really
anything
use it.
with the
And then we had the lawn care company that lasted us for 2 years.
2 years.
That
And the
thing-
reason I brought it up
What?
was because you wouldn't talk to us. You built up that wall, and it was during that time that you were with your siblings. And
Yeah, I
that.
noticed they was
You
doing
wouldn't
that
talk
time.
to
It's
us.
like
That affected business.
what's pissing me off was, like, it's like I work all weekend. It was always we was only cutting grass on the weekend, like on Friday. Was it Fridays and
we
Saturday?
would cut, depending on if we had a good route. Like for 1 year we had a good route.
Yeah,
we
sure
had a
did.
really good route, and we were working Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, and then
Friday afternoons and Saturdays, like we were done by 3-4 o'clock.
Yeah.
It was a good
So
year.
like when they come pick me
Our
up,
first year, right?
Our first year was a
oh
good
my
year.
god, our first year was good. Our second year, everything went downhill.
Yeah, our first year was actually great. I think our first year it went pretty well. Our second year went bad, like when we started, like, you wanted to do too much and try to add extra shit. But I think it's because when life changed, because the second year we all had, like, actual real jobs and stuff and everything.
And then you had your siblings. Fluffy was starting to get tired of cutting grass.
I swear.
And
Man.
I was kind of getting tired of cutting grass too.
Ain't
And
gonna
I
lie.
hated that you wouldn't.
It's
show
like
up.
literally when I come back to work, when I come work in the morning, all I want to do is just shut the fuck up, cut grass, and fucking go home. And they want to talk to me.
And he wouldn't talk to us. You wouldn't talk to us. You wouldn't tell us how you were feeling. You wouldn't tell us what was going on. And it just affected. And then we were all mad at each other.
Yeah, that thing was sad.
And so that's why I brought it up.
And then we sold the business. So now you see, like, everything that affects you end up showing in your life to, like, the stuff that you do and stuff like that. It was hard, man. It was hard. It was very hard.
But hey, we learned our lesson though, and it was honestly we got our money back, didn't we? Yeah, we got our
money back, but that money was gone in less than 2 weeks for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, we got our investment back. We invested $2,500 each.
Yeah,
it was 4 of us.
It was 4 of us, and one of us
decided to
sell out. We know who it is.
Get bought out. We're not gonna say names.
We ain't gonna say no names, but yeah.
And then our second year, everything just went downhill.
Yeah, man.
But it's all good. We didn't take it personal, you know. It is what it is. Business is business.
But business. Hopefully, we have another business coming up for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Nothing much, man. What be going on with you?
With me?
Yeah, what you been doing?
Me? This podcast, dude.
I see. How many episodes you got? Like 3 episodes?
3 episodes. This is 4th.
I'm telling you, this is the best episode. Make sure you guys watch it.
It's nice. I love it. What do you think about it so far?
It's pretty cool, you know. We all been wanting to do YouTube. I don't know why. I have a couple of videos of myself recording myself, but I was recording myself in the dark.
I saw your first video. I remember.
Yeah, that was like a deep.
You were in the hospital.
Yeah, I was at the hospital. Yeah. Like, I wanted to make a podcast. I wanted to make like a podcast about like how I feel like every day when I go to the hospital and stuff going on. But in my head, I was like, if I'm in pain and if somebody try to record me, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm like, get the camera out of my face, man. I ain't got time for all that. Yeah. So, and I didn't want to make like a YouTube channel when I had to be fake or something like that. That's the number one thing I hate when it comes to YouTube.
Yep.
When I see like scripted stuff and nothing like that, I'm like, ooh, I can't watch it. But
I know.
I like podcasts, man. You get to talk.
I love it. I fucking love
everything
this.
is cool. Yeah. But
we get
maybe
to,
I might
like,
have a.
I got to learn some stuff I didn't even know about you today.
Crazy, right? I'm pretty sure I wasn't gonna tell you about what happened yesterday if we didn't talk. I think that's probably what pushed me to come to the podcast today because I know you asked us who want to come to the podcast first like a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't answer.
I know. And then 2 days ago?
No, it was yesterday.
Yesterday? It was yesterday?
Remember yesterday?
I don't even remember.
It was this morning that I texted him. I was like, bro, I'm gonna do your podcast.
It was
today.
3 a.m.
Yeah, I was up until that day. I didn't go to sleep like at 6 in the morning.
It was 3 a.m. when you texted me like, yeah, I'll do it. But you didn't answer when I texted.
Nah, I didn't answer. Nah.
Because I texted yesterday at like 6, 7, whenever it was.
Nah, you texted like 2 days ago. You texted like
yeah, 2 days ago I texted.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, if you guys are down, because I got another mic and another pair of headphones. We're going to be able to have 3 people on here. And
But yeah,
I was
man.
like, yeah, if you guys are down, we can all get on. Cause I know with Fluffy here, bro, it's gonna be a 3-hour podcast.
That thing would be
Easy.
a mess. We just
It'd
be
be so,
making a bunch of
bro.
crazy jokes. You might have to cut a lot of stuff if we all three of
Yeah,
us in the same
I
conversation.
can't wait for that episode.
Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, the
Yeah,
podcast is pretty good, man. I like podcasts. When I'm at work, that's what I listen to.
yeah,
Podcasts,
same.
every stuff. So
Yeah, I love
I
listening to
think everything gonna be
podcasts,
cool.
and I love hosting it. It's
That
fun.
sure is very fun.
So, what is your routine like? What do you do to keep yourself healthy, to keep yourself mentally healthy?
Well,
I know you just said yes, just yesterday you had a breakdown, but
that mental
before that,
stuff, the mental stuff before that, the way I was dealing with it was like when I feel like I'm very stressed, like mentally,
hmm
I'll literally I'll go to judo practice and I just unleash it on somebody. Whoever steps on my toes,
I feel
whoever
bad for the.
whoever step on my toes the wrong way is over. I just be like, okay, my turn, and I just get the man. I feel bad, but that's why every time I go to class and I know I gotta get some anger out of me, I
hmm
make sure I practice with somebody who's bigger than me.
hmm
So I just let him try some stuff with me. I'm like, all right, my turn, my boy. And you gonna feel my pain for the week. So it's like when I feel like some type of rage or something like that,
hmm
I'll either go to the gym or sometimes I just like isolate myself. I just be at home. Like I say for the past 2 weeks I've been at home. Like for the weekend I just be at home. I literally just be at home watching TV.
hmm
Nothing much.
What do you watch?
I usually watch action movies.
Action.
I like movies a lot, but recently I've been watching this show on Hulu called Blackish. It's funny as hell. It's a funny ass show. So that's all I've been watching recently. But I'll mostly be at home now.
Have you watched this show called Suits? I just recently started watching it.
Nah, I
It's
don't
about
think so.
lawyers. It's really good.
Oh, I've seen the commercial on Netflix.
It's good, dude. I'm hooked.
But
I'm
yeah,
so hooked.
that's what I do. So like sometimes when I'm like mentally stressed when I go to work, I just go to work, and then I just go back home. People
Yeah.
people want to talk to me. I don't want to talk because it's like today's not the day. Please just leave me alone. And then like I don't really talk about it. I don't. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
you
I don't
don't.
talk about it.
You don't talk about it.
I don't talk about it.
And
So
when
it's
we
like
ask, you still don't talk about it.
I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. I'm good. I'm alright. That's my
Shaking my
that's my
head.
answer every time. Like, yeah, I'm straight. We good. We good. But recently, I've been able, like I said, that girl actually got me to open up a little more because I
That's
feel like
good.
she's someone who's like she has a hard time opening up to like to talk about serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like text messages and stuff, she can like open herself. It's weird. I don't understand these females these days.
What do you mean open herself?
It's like the way you see how do we having like a normal conversation right here, like right now, like we had like a serious conversation. Like she can have that, but to a certain extent. Like if she had to like she try to get her words out, like to actually like sound like intellectual, or try to like sound good to like
Mhm.
get her feelings out.
Yeah.
She gonna be like, hold on, and then I get irritated. And sometimes I had to come up with the word that she's thinking about for her.
Yeah.
And you trying to say this, and she's like, no, hold on, give me a second. So I just sometimes when there's
You get
something
annoyed.
I get annoyed. So sometimes there's something that we need to talk seriously. I just text her because when you text her, whoa, you should have never texted her because she gonna like spell everything out the
She
right
go.
way and become the whole paragraph. I was like, damn, and I have no choice but to read.
Yeah. You don't like reading? Do you read books?
Hell no.
No.
I listen
I've been
to auto,
trying,
I listen
dude.
to bro.
One of my goals this year was to start reading. I read like half of a book.
I tried to. I was like, my New Year's resolution for last year. I'm gonna try at least to read one book for the entire year. But every time I read a page, I'll fall asleep. Like I try so
struggle,
hard,
dude.
I'll fall asleep. So I just listen to Audible.
I listen
Audiobook is
to-
all I listen to.
But it's just been podcasts.
I think
I've
that's
just been
why I
listening to
listen.
podcasts.
But yeah, she also got me to open up a lot, like about. I even was able to open up about my feelings, like how I feel towards her and stuff, which was crazy. Cause me personally, I tell you I like you and I stop it right there. I ain't gonna tell you the reason why or how it happened or everything like that. But
Yeah, I feel like men, even for me, I struggle. My girl tells me all the time that she feels like I don't. What is the word?
communicate.
No, she's like super lovey dovey. She'll be like, "Oh my god, I
You're
love
not
you. Like
affectionate.
you're so beautiful." She'll tell me these things. She'll
Ye-
like, "You're so beautiful. I love your eyes." I feel that, but I don't tell her that, right? Like I don't.
Oh, you're not affectionate. You don't tell her like words of affirmation and stuff. Like
Yeah,
good
that's
and
the
all
word,
that stuff.
affirmation. She really loves words of
Yeah,
affirmation. Now
man.
I work on it. I try to tell you, as much as
I think it's every girl, but I think the way it depends on the way we were brought up, because back as when I was a kid and stuff, back in high school, you can't be making no corny jokes like
yeah,
that. Everybody gonna
exactly. And
laugh
for
at you.
us, for me, it's like I tell you I love you every day. Like
What else you want?
I take you on a date. I take you on dates. We talk every day.
Yeah.
But for them, they want
They want
words of
more. They want
affirmation. They
more.
want you to tell them.
They want more. Man, I started doing stuff that if I tell you the stuff that I do now, Nick, you're not gonna believe this. Like literally,
Stuff that you would make fun of me for.
yes. Like literally, I think I might be worse. Every time me and her go out, we want to go do something fun. Like say we're going golfing or play bowling. She want her friends to come, right? But most of the time we go out by ourselves. But when she want her friends to come, it's literally me and 3 other females going out, and I'm the one driving. So I feel like I'm responsible for all 3.
Yeah.
Every time we go out, most of the time we go out to go like we're going to like friends events and stuff like that. I'm always going out with them, and guess what? I'm the one that always pick everybody up.
You gotta pick everybody up,
pick
drop
everybody
them off.
up, drop everybody up, and I feel responsible. And I don't want to say no, and I don't mind saying no because at the end of the day, I get to spend time with her, even because I don't care about her friends. I don't give a single damn.
Hey, they gonna listen to this.
Besides the other one, besides Michelle. After that, I really don't care, to be honest. If you there or not, that's it. But I do it because like that's what she feels comfortable.
Yeah, that's what
she's
she wants to do, and it makes her
like
happy.
she don't like being around a lot of people and stuff like that. So like if whatever helps her out, I'm cool with that. Me, I can talk to anybody. I don't care. I don't care who you is, how rich you are. I'll talk to you if I feel like it. So it's like I'm doing some crazy stuff, man. This is what women make you do, man. So,
yeah, I know.
And we're not even dating no, and for real.
Oh, you guys aren't official?
Nah. We're taking time.
How long has it been? How long you guys been dating?
I wouldn't say dating. I said
talking,
whatever you want to call it.
You are dating because you go on dates.
I do go on dates.
That's what's called. That's dating.
Boy,
and then your boyfriend and girlfriend, and then
husband and wife.
No, actually,
fiance.
I don't know. I think it's like promise ring after boyfriend and girlfriend.
I don't think everybody do that promise ring stuff because I don't know you. Oh my God.
Yeah, my girlfriend gave me a promise ring, and I gave her hers.
What you promise her? Let me hear it.
It's a promise to love each other and to. It's not like an engagement ring.
Yeah, I see.
It's just like a promise to love each other.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, bro. I saw that ring, but in my head though, I can't be. I don't know.
It? Yeah.
I saw it, but I was like, it's Nick. Every time I see Nick, he done something different. So what's this? And I didn't want to ask, but you got a promise ring. That's crazy.
Yeah, promise ring. She promised me to love me and make me happy.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah.
But the girl that I talk to, man, I feel like I don't really want to put her business out there, but hey, you told me to shout you out, so that's what I'm doing, man. It's like how can I put this? She hasn't done nothing. Like when it comes to like relationship and stuff, like she hasn't done nothing. Like literally, I took her on her first date.
And how old is she?
The girl is 20 years old. Took her on her first date.
That's crazy.
Her first date. That was crazy. And keep in mind, she was dating somebody before me, but I don't want to talk about other people.
Right.
That's his past, so I'm not going to bring it up. So I took her on her first date. Man, that thing was amazing. Where did we go? Went to the aquarium. I haven't been to the aquarium since.
That's a good date.
Yeah, I had to spend some money though, but hey, them tickets are expensive.
I know.
I went to the aquarium, but I haven't gone to the aquarium since high school field trip. Went to the aquarium. She got to see any type of fish, the whales and all that stuff. And then after that, I took her to her favorite restaurant,
which
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Hey, she loved Chick-fil-A, bro.
That's
and it's
good.
like it was downtown, so we got to walk around. We had a whole day, and then I had to make sure I get her back home like at I think it was like at 9 p.m. because she had to go out with her friends.
On the dot.
Because she had to go out with her friends, so I was like respectful. Took her there. Everything was all cool. Yeah, it was actually cool. It was very nice. It was my first time actually going on a date where I didn't feel like I had to try too much to impress the girl or anything like that, which I usually don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. Usually when I go on dates, It's like we go get something to eat, we go watch a movie, and after that, what you trying to do?
You hit him with the. So what we doing?
So what we doing
What we
next?
on?
What we on? What you on for real?
You make the next move.
I was like, what we on? So it's like, but this time was different. What's crazy that we're not gonna. Are we talking about like, females right
Go
now?
ahead, whatever. We can talk about whatever.
I say now this time it's like I'm talking to her, but it's like I'm not looking like in any type of like I'm not looking at her like in a sexual way and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, she fine, she fine as hell, but
That's good.
thick as hell too. But it's not even about that. It's like I'm not even looking at her like in that way. Like it's just like very genuine. It's like it's somebody that I actually talked to for the first time, in which I have like I started a friendship with before actually trying to do anything with her.
The right way, the way it should be.
And then she just got out of a relationship probably not even like 4 months ago. That's probably why we're still taking her time, because she has some type of trust issue and other stuff. So she's working on that. And I'm not the one to rush somebody's, but I'm still doing me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But let me tell you some craziest thing that happened.
What happened?
Last week, literally when I got out the hospital. A week after that, it's like literally for some reason when I get out the hospital, I become very horny, bro. I become so horny, man. I don't know if it's the drugs coming and getting out of my system. It probably
is the drugs.
Boy, I be like, oh, a fucking horn dog, boy. Like I was searching to my phone and I hit one of this one girl and I was like, hey man, I'm trying to come over. What you got going on today? And she told me something. My kid is not home, but you can start over.
Damn.
I'm out here hitting baby mamas, man. Stop playing with me.
She got the snacks for after.
Nah, she do have snacks. She had a lot. She had like fuck. But I hit her up on something. I'm trying to do something this Saturday. Where you at? And she told me something. I'm not home, but I'll be home in an hour. See you there.
Ooh.
And then when she said that, bro, I was so ready. But in the back of my head, I had Vanessa in my head. I didn't go.
That's good.
I was
shows loyalty.
I was so disappointed. I was like, I'm not even dating the girl. Why am I not going? Like, I didn't stay at home. It was raining. I was at home watching. What was I watching? I was on YouTube watching Storm Chaser, bro. What is that?
Storm Chasers, bro. It could be interesting.
I was literally sitting there watching it, and I'm thinking, like, why didn't I go? Why didn't I go?
Hey,
and I had to text.
It's...
And right after that, I texted her. I was like, this is your fault. I could have clapped some chicks today, but I did not go because of you. And she said, what did I do? And I had to explain to her, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. She thought about saying, if it helps, I didn't have sex for 4 months. So I'm like, well, what the fuck you want me to do with that?
Hey, it's good that you guys are open about it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Usually,
that's a good sign.
Yeah, I think it's a good sign because usually I don't talk about sex.
Yeah.
It's either we're doing it or we're not doing it. That's it.
That's a good sign. That means you guys are actually open to communication.
Yeah. I'm about to be a loyal man soon, man.
That's good. Hey, you know, it all ends somewhere.
You think you about to get married, bro?
I don't know about marriage. You want to get into that conversation? No. Look, bro, I want to have my businesses going. I want to have a house. I want to get my FHA loan. If you want to talk about that, talk. Yeah, it ain't going to happen for...
But you know what they say, right?
A couple more years.
For they're just saying to every successful man, there's a powerful woman behind him. Hey.
Oh yeah.
So what happens if you get married, and that's when all your good looks and everything start happening to you, man?
You're right.
I don't know, man. I think marriage is crazy.
It's so hard. It's such a hard topic for our generation. Yeah. If you look at our generation, not a lot of us want to get married. I do want to get married, but I don't want to get married yet.
Not even married. I said nobody want to be in a serious committed relationship because everybody want to be outside. Everybody want to be fucking everywhere, left and right, dating everybody else. So like, to find somebody out of everybody, man. That's why I feel like the girl that I'm talking to is probably like one of one that I ever talked to somebody that I actually feel comfortable. So which is why I'm willing to like take my time as slow as I can. That's your person. But it's like at the same time, you know, at the back of my head, I was like, I could be outside doing some crazy stuff right now.
Yeah, anybody could.
Not everybody, man. Cause there's some corny ass boy out here that can't do nothing.
That's true.
So, God, you need to pick your game up, right? Don't be scared to talk to women, man. They're just humans. Just pull up to her and just say whatever. Damn, he throwing shots.
I'm throwing shots at my best friend.
That's crazy. But yeah, man. Life is crazy. Life been crazy. I think from since yesterday, I feel like my life took a switch.
That's good.
I flipped the switch.
So at 3 a.m. you said, I'm going on this podcast.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna open up and just speak. Maybe there's somebody out there that need to cut their parents or their family member off, and you need to do it, man. Before we continue, bro, is this recording, man?
Yes, it's recording.
All right, man.
Word from our sponsor. Ah, dude, I want Celsius to sponsor my podcast.
Man, you know
I want to
that's-
find an actual sponsor for real.
that's something I never had. I always wanted to try, but I never had.
It's
Celsius.
good. They're pretty good.
But the thing is, like, with me being sick, I can't drink any type of energy drink that have
Oh,
some.
you might not. Well,
If it doesn't have some type of like hard chemicals in there that I know that I can drink.
I don't know.
Other than that, I just
you
have
know,
to.
every new energy drinks claims to be healthier than the one before that.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
what
don't
they
know.
say. That's what they said about.
But Celsius are pretty good. I think they're good.
Yeah, man.
I like 'em.
But you should get sponsored so you can get free stuff, and
I
I can
know.
get free stuff too.
I'm trying, bro.
That's
we gotta
crazy.
pop out some more episodes. Try to get some more following.
But yeah, life have been life.
Yeah.
Just trying to be a young adult in the United States.
It's hard.
And a
dude.
black man on top of that is crazy, man.
Hey, Latinos too, bro. We go through the same
Colored
thing.
people go through a lot of stuff
Yeah.
in this country, but we ain't gonna talk
It's
about
hard.
that.
First generation. I feel like you had it harder than we did. Being away from your parents, moving back and forth.
I know, but what's the thing is like I try not to let that affect me when it comes to like work wise. But sometimes when I do that, it's like I shut all my problems off and I put it on based on work.
Mm-hmm.
So I get tired more often than I'm supposed to be. Because I feel like if I were to open up to somebody at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, I won't be bottling up all that emotions and
Yeah.
all type of stress and
Hey,
stuff.
if you want to come on this podcast every 2 weeks,
Every 2 weeks,
we can do it.
That's crazy. They're gonna see me every 2 weeks. Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, this man is back again. What's
It's-
the next story?
It's
Bruh,
been a good. It's been a good
I
conversation.
feel like
so
if I have a
far.
podcast and I tell you about my childhood, man, we're gonna laugh till we fucking cry, man. But it's just that we can't put everything in one
I
podcast
know.
because
I
ain't
know.
nobody try to listen to a 10-hour podcast. That's crazy,
That's what we can have you on to every 2 weeks.
man. That's crazy, man.
We can have you as a regular every 2 weeks. Maurice Konkobo.
What's next?
What's
What's new?
What's new? What are you feeling?
What am
You
I
want to
feeling?
cry? It's okay. You
Nah,
can
all
cry.
right, cry is crazy. That cry thing was a one-time thing, man. It ain't happening again. But
Hey,
yeah.
I'm down for it, bro.
How's work, man? What you
That's
doing
good.
work?
I love work right now. I'm having a great time. I'm learning a lot.
Mm.
I'm an apprentice for HVAC company. It's actually a mechanicals company, so it's plumbing and heating and cooling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really in the plumbing side. I don't know much about plumbing, but in the in the heating and cooling, I am in the tinning side of it. So when you're building a building, when you're building an apartment complex,
Mhm.
whatever, the rough guys go up first, and we throw up all the pipe before all the drywall comes
Yeah.
in and all of that
The
stuff.
sheets and everything. Yeah.
So right now we're doing an apartment complex in Arlington Heights, and we're almost done. We're on the 5th floor. We're roughing up the 5th floor, and yeah, it's been good. I've been learning a lot. Been all over the place. Been to Joliet, Arlington. We've been all over the place, and we got a lot
Nice.
more work coming up. So it's been good. Got 2 raises within 6 months. It's been
Yeah,
great.
So you're making
been
big
good.
money, huh?
Not big money, but I'm making decent.
Hey, let
money.
me borrow some.
Apprentice money.
Let me borrow some.
We all
please.
know in the trades, apprentices don't make good money, but
That's true.
yeah, it's all good. How's Amazon?
I'm trying to quit. Man, I hate that place. I mean, let's not say I hate that place, because that thing is paying my bills. So I always
Mhm.
say I hate it. But I start school in August. Can you believe this?
I'm excited. I'm happy for you.
About to start my trucking thing.
You're
Get my
doing
CDL.
the CDO. You're doing the. I just had. Did you watch my Jonathan episode? My episode with Jonathan.
I did, but I didn't finish it.
You didn't finish it. He was talking about that. He went on 160 Academy or 60 Academy. I can't remember how. It's 160 hours.
Uh-huh.
He was done in like 2 months. I think.
Yeah. 2 months
Pretty
is
quick.
probably long, because the one that I'm doing is like a 4-week program.
4 week. Maybe
Mhm.
it was a month. Maybe I'm wrong.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Try to do that.
So after a month, you go take your CDL test to get your license, right?
Mhm.
That's crazy, bro. That would be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, man. I want to do that. I wanted to do that. I think I wanted to do that since last year, but I was like self guessing myself a
Yeah.
lot.
Where are you gonna do it at?
It's gonna be online because it's like my job is providing the school,
Okay.
so it's like yesterday I had to go take like this. They make us take like this drug test or this medical. You know that you had to take a medical, a physical test for that thing too.
Yeah.
To know
I was
shit.
just talking about it with Jonathan. He had to quit weed before he went. He
Eh.
planned. He planned like months before. He had to get off weed before he can go, and because they test you. So
They
yeah,
did all that, man. They did physical test.
Yeah.
Man, came to find out I have 20/20 vision, boy. They tried
That's
to lie
good.
to me back in middle school that I needed glasses, and I knew I didn't need glasses because I can see really far. Like I
Yeah,
can see from
I
far
got
away.
20/20 vision too.
And I was like,
I'm blessed.
they made me do like
We're blessed.
we're blessed
Yes,
because
sir.
wearing glasses is crazy, man.
I know.
It's sad. So they made me do this physical test, do like a breathing test and stuff, exercise, asking me if I was smoking, do I drink, or all that stuff, how often do I drink.
This
then-
was the school or this was Amazon?
This is for the school
Oh, for the school.
to
Okay.
get to the CDL program. And then they find out that I have sickle cell because I recently went to the hospital. And I was like, well, you know, driving can affect your back and stuff because you were sitting for so long. So now they're sending me like a big ass paper, like 4 papers that I have to take it to my doctor to approve it that it's okay for me to drive. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna say yes.
You better make them.
I better make it. I'm like, yeah, I'll be alright. Even if I feel sick, I'm gonna be driving.
You mean-
stiff as hell. I'm gonna call somebody to come drive for me while I'm a passenger. People better get out of my way,
You
man.
can call Fluffy to drive for you.
That's true.
Fluffy
that's true.
wants to get his CDL too.
Hey, man. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So, try to get my CDL, start making a lot of more money and work less hours because I'm trying to do local, and I'm also trying to do like because I find out there's like different type of delivery that you do that makes you more money.
Yeah. So for the school, you're gonna have to work under Amazon, or they're providing the school so that you can go out on your own. I'm pretty sure.
They're providing the school. It's like there's a 2 different way to do it. There's one way where you can do it where when you're done with school, you start working with Amazon. Or when you're done with school, you can go work on your own.
But you would have to pay for that, or no?
No. You have to pay. I mean, it's like going to another job. They provide you with the school. They provide you with the classes and everything, and then getting your license. After that, when you get your license and everything, that's up to you now. If you want to work with Amazon still, or you want to go somewhere else.
That's cool. That's a good opportunity.
But it's like I'm thinking maybe I might have to stay with Amazon for a little while, but I won't be in a fucking building. That's for sure.
Yeah, that warehouse.
But the reason why I think about staying with Amazon is because I get good insurance when it comes to Amazon. Got some good insurance when it comes to hospital.
They cover your hospital bills?
Yep, every single time. So I don't care going to the hospital. I just like, hey man, I remember I used
drug me up.
I really, to be honest, I hate being drugged, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why I fucking hate it because it's like that pain.
It mellows you down. Does it take the pain away though?
It does,
yeah.
But it takes a while to go away. But it helps you like actually fall asleep and stuff like that. But I hate that medicine because when they shoot that thing up you, it goes straight into your fucking head and it just like
you're spinning.
Not spinning, but it gives you like I don't know how this. It's like brain freeze, like 3 times worse than that. Goes to your head, that fucking side of your head hurts, and then you just want to close your eyes and go to sleep. And it makes you like your whole body feel light. But when it wears off, you start to feel the pain. That's why they give you the medicine. Like depending on how much in pain you are, they give you they can give it to you like every 2 hours, and they can give it to you like every 4 hours or every 6 hours. But most of the time when I go to, that one time you took me to the hospital, they was giving it to me every 2 hours. So that's mean I was getting them drugs hard. Like I didn't even have to, it was so hard that I wasn't even getting up to pee. Like I had a urinal. You saw that urinal next to my bed?
Yeah.
So it was like, but they should listen to you like every 4 hours. But what's crazy is that I gotta keep track of it, cause like they have like a little like board over there, and then they write the time that they gave it to you and what time they're supposed to give it to you again. So when I'm sleeping and then when I wake up and I see the time is there and then I'm still in pain, I have to call somebody to come give me my medicine. So it's like
you gotta alert the nurse.
Yeah, you gotta be in charge of your own medicine. So yeah.
I forgot what we were talking about. That we went into
we're talking about driving. So
driving. That's right.
Took my test. Now I gotta go get my doctor to sign the notes to say I can drive it, and I start school on the 14th. Yep. Starting a new chapter, man.
That's exciting.
Very exciting. It's exciting, but it's nerve wracking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because at the same time, I got this citizenship going on.
Oh, how's that going?
We ain't going to talk about this, man.
No?
Because I don't know what's going on, to be honest. All I know is that I feel like I'm running out of time, which I'm trying to stack up on money just before, in case I run out of time.
You had 2 years left, right?
Nah, I literally got into next year in March. So it's like for me trying to stack up because I would hate to find myself having to start everything over, which I have like people that will try to take my car away from me, which I work hard for.
You're
that
talking
shit.
about going back to Ivory?
I don't think they're gonna send me back, but I know I won't be able to have like a legit job.
Yeah.
Because my work permit would expire, which is like everything that I work for that day gonna be down the drain.
Yeah.
Man, I don't care. I'm running away. They try to steal my car. I'm driving straight to. I'm not saying where, but that would be so easy. They would have called me. They're
gonna be like, boop, right here it says that he was going there. Now we got him.
I'm good. I'm gonna keep it, when I'm going, I'm going. But I'm trying to like be able to stack up my money so like when they happen, it's like because I know there's jobs that I can do here, but I don't know what type of job I can do where they can pay me the type of amount that I'm making to be able to pay my rent.
Construction. They'll pay you.
I don't know nothing about construction though.
I know.
I know a little bit, but nothing major.
Yeah.
So yeah, is that?
Nah, you'll get it fixed. It'll be all right.
I just gotta marry somebody.
Vanessa?
All right, calm down, sir.
Vanessa?
No.
Shoot your shot.
Vanessa,
there it is.
Don't listen
There's
to
the green
that,
flag. There it is.
Don't listen to that, man. You know what's crazy though? Me and her talked about she's probably the only person that I never talked to about that because I don't want that to be the reason why we're together. I do not want that because I'm gonna feel shitty as hell if
now she knows.
Oh shit.
Nah.
I'm gonna feel shitty as hell if I feel like thing doesn't work out between the two of us, and then I'll be able to give him what I want, and then we just like nothing.
Yeah.
It never works out.
It would feel like
so that's why I didn't never. That's why I never asked her. I never asked her. I wanted to ask her at all. But that's fucked up that my dad is actually trying to make me do that.
He's trying to make you marry somebody?
He tried to make me like marry her so she can say she can give me papers. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's an option.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna be a true person.
No, but okay. Let's forget about that, right? Would you marry her? Vanessa.
If you're watching this, I want you to cut.
Tell me and I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out.
Would I marry her? You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah, don't cut it off. Let's stay raw.
All right.
Okay. If she watches it, I guess she watched it.
Okay.
She gonna tell me if she watched it or not.
All right.
Would I marry her? That's a good question because I used to say no to marriage, no to none of that.
Yeah, I know.
But I thought about it and I was like, yeah, crazy. I even thought about like having kids too. You know, the reason why I say this is because I realized that most of the time, every time me and her are talking, I ask her like question about the future. Like I ask her.
So that means you're planning.
I ask her like, how many
not literally planning, but you're just like
thinking like would she be
with it,
I'm like, how many kids you want? She like, I want to have like 3 or 4 kids. In my head, I'm like, that's too many kids out there. But in her head, the way she said it is because she said that she wanted to have 4 kids because her growing up, it was only her and her sister. So it was,
she wants to have more kids because
it was it was boring, it was lonely and stuff.
I feel like 3 is perfect. Me and my brothers, it's 3 of us.
I think 1 is perfect, but when I think about it, I think I need more because it reminds me of me being a child. I felt alone my whole life.
Yeah.
So it was like there's that, and then sometimes like I see like nice ass houses online and stuff, and I just send her a picture of it. I was like, "What do you think about this house? Would you like to live in this place or whatever?" And then she'd be like, "Nah, I don't want to look up. I don't want to do all this cleaning. That's too much work." I was like, okay.
That's the way they think about it. We don't think about it
like that. I literally showed her this house recently before coming here. She told me nah, it's too big because if I lose the small stuff, I have to look for it. I'm like, what?
You have to look for it in a small house too.
I was like, that's what, if you have kids, that's what you're going to do. And she told me no, Maurice, that's trauma. You don't want to put your kids through that. I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. But yeah, let's say that. I do see a future with her.
That's good.
But the thing is, like, I don't want to, like...
You don't want to rush it.
I don't want to rush it. I don't want to put no pressure on it.
Yeah.
I just want to let things happen naturally because, she got some things to work on. I'm still working on some things.
Exactly.
And we're still young. So right now, we're just enjoying...
So you agree with me.
I don't like
That's exactly why... That's how I answer... Well, I didn't answer it exactly that way. But yeah, that's how me and Leslie talk about marriage. Like, yeah, you know?
But the thing is that we don't talk about marriage. We never talked about it,
No?
but nah, we never did. But she
Yeah.
did say she want to get married one day or whatever. But yeah, we do communicate. We try to communicate. I think communication is very important when it comes to any relationship,
Oh,
friendship
yeah, for sure.
wise. I try to be romantic and all that stuff. So yeah. So yeah, I have thought about marrying her. Hey, don't watch this video, man.
Hey, we'll know if she watched the whole thing.
We'll know.
We'll know.
If she watched this part, she gonna text me. Maurice, if she watched it. Matter of fact, when the episode come out, I'm gonna send it to her, and I'm gonna see if she's gonna watch it or not. If she does watch the whole thing, then I guess she watched it, and I'm gonna make sure she comments on it too.
I bet. Thanks.
I'll make sure she comments on it.
So, I want you to talk about, first of all, how we became friends. Do you remember how we became friends?
I think I do.
Okay. I'll tell you after you tell me what I remember it making it official.
I don't know about official about that, cause boy, we don't do that. Boys
Not
don't do that.
not like,
But
we're officially friends, bro. Nah, we didn't do that. But for me, when it felt like it for me, and then
I think the way we started being friends, because me and Fluffy was first friends before
yes,
you, right?
right,
You came to our school where our sophomore year,
yes,
and then you saw Fluffy first because you went to swimming practice with him at one time, and then that's when
right.
you guys became friends. And I became friend with you. What's crazy is that I became friend with you in physics. We had this one class in physics we had Dora in that class.
That was sophomore year, right?
Yeah, it was sophomore
Yeah.
year. And then the class was just funny as hell, so everybody was laughing.
Oh my god, I miss high school.
Because I know
dude.
and how I remember you were sitting at the wall. Dora was sitting behind me, and I was sitting in front.
Yeah,
And
it was like this, and then Dora.
Yeah.
Dora was across from me, and you were in front of
I
her.
was in front of her, and they were just laughing every time,
Mr.
making
Lawrence
jokes.
class.
Yeah, Mr. Lawrence class.
I missed that class. It was
And
such
then
a good time.
The time that we all knew each other was that one time I went to a Rambler class upstairs, and I saw you there, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" And then you find out, and I found out that you in the swimming team, and I was going to swim practice that day. And I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess." And I don't remember how we started hanging out all together, but I guess that's how it started.
We started hanging out because a Rambler had me take you home a couple times after practice.
True that.
And when we would on our way to practice, me and Fluffy talked first, right? It was me and Fluffy. And then me and Fluffy were already somehow, I actually don't remember, but we somehow came to the conversation that we were going to become billionaires or millionaires by starting businesses, right?
True.
And then me and him were already talking about a business, like starting a business. And then I don't know why I was telling you one day on our way home after practice. And then you told me about your dad, and then you finally started opening up to me. And then you were like, "Yeah, like that'd be cool. Like I kind of would like to be part of that." And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm down. I'll tell Fluffy. I'll let Fluffy know." And then we started talking about. Then that's when Element became a thing.
Oh, that's true. Because
Element.
I already knew Fluffy. Like me and Fluffy in every class was being
but
clowns.
It wasn't about business.
It wasn't about business. It was we was actually friends and stuff.
And then once we started talking about business and like, hey, we want to start doing all this, that, whatever.
And then we started hanging out.
Yep. We would do meetings.
Suing me
for Element.
We had meetings over here. We had meetings. I know it was upstairs. That we had your room upstairs. We had meeting in that small ass room, and then we over here talking.
You remember what we were gonna do?
That clothing line thing. Yeah, I remember that.
It was gonna be Element clothing line.
Yeah, we had that.
We never fucking brought it to life.
Yeah, but I started mine.
Yeah.
But I haven't finished it yet. I'm still looking at stuff.
You're still planning.
But yeah, that's how our friendship started ever since.
Yeah.
But I think it's been a while since we all hanged out though. So
it's been a while since we came out. I was trying to hang out today. Fluffy, I think he went camping.
Yeah, the last time we all hung out was when?
I don't even remember.
That was crazy.
I don't remember.
I think that was the last time we hung out was when Brenda came back. Nick Fluffy's sister when she came back from the military.
No way, that was a while ago.
That was a while ago.
Your birthday's coming up.
You know how I don't like celebrating my birthday, right? Tell me what Vanessa told me that because when I went camping with her, it was her, her friends again. Literally,
Okay.
I have to do everything when I was there.
Yeah.
I put the tent up. That tent was super easy to settle. I was like, in less than 10 minutes, I was done with that.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make a fire and all that stuff. And literally, like 2 days before we were about to come back, one of her friends' parents came to the camping site with us, which was cool because their parents like was very cool. They wanted to talk to me. I was talking to him the whole time
Yeah.
and everything and stuff like that. And then the parent was cool with me. And then all of a sudden, Vanessa is telling me they want to throw me a birthday party for my birthday. I was like, I don't want to do this. But she told us, Maurice, I don't care about you coming. I was like, I don't want to do this. And once again, it brought back trauma again. I realized why I don't like birthdays. Because when I was a kid, I wasn't celebrated enough to have birthdays. And it wasn't like important enough to me to have birthday because nobody actually ever celebrated.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's my birthday just another day. It's been time that I forget my birthday myself sometimes.
Damn.
Which is kind of bad at the same time
Yeah.
that I don't really care for other people's birthday because I don't want to remember it because it's like I feel like what's the point of me knowing your birthday if I know you every day? Like that's when you waiting on me to tell you you're special on that one day, which is crazy as hell to me. But I understand it all makes sense that excuse me, it's all for like past trauma, family trauma from a kid not being celebrated enough.
It's crazy what your childhood can do to your future.
Man,
That's why whenever I have kids, I'm gonna protect my kids, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like when I have kids, my kids are gonna be like my friends because I feel like that's something that we didn't have enough growing up that we're all looking for. You know, you want a parent that you can open up to, that you can talk to about everything. I feel like you should be able to open up to your parents first before you open up to any of your friends.
Yep.
Which I feel like when I grow up, that's when if I do ever end up having kids, that's what I would do. Just make sure that you know that your kids know that you're there for them. You're not trying to like shame them, try to make them feel bad. Not try to like. One thing I can't stand with parents when parents try to like control your life, like try to make you become something they wanted to be when they was a child, but they didn't want that, but they try to put it on you.
That's a big thing that Latinos deal with.
Even black
they want
kids,
us to be doctors, lawyers,
lawyers. They want to be engineers. Oh,
Yep.
man. This in 2023, but time have changed, you know.
Yeah. Bro, I don't know why this just clicked into my head, bro. Are you on TikTok?
Yeah, always.
Have you seen those NPC AI guys?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Is it not cringe?
So fucking.
That's so cringe, bro. I don't know why when you said 2023 that came to my mind.
Bro, that thing creeps me out.
It's so cringe, but bro, they're making bank.
I'm sorry, bro.
They're making so much money.
I can't even.
I personally wouldn't do it.
I can't even.
But bro, it's so cringe, bro. Whenever I'm sliding and it comes up, they look so stupid standing like this. Like, ice cream. Like, bro.
I've seen one when he was doing like acting like he was working and he was doing something like that. Oh, that thing was so weird. I don't even watch the whole thing.
It's so cringe, bro. I swipe right through.
But yeah, man.
Man, the amount of things you can do nowadays to make money.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just about if you have the energy to do it, if you actually want to do it.
You gotta literally just gotta get up and try.
That's
what I'm doing, bro. I'm just trying things.
I'm about to start doing it too. I'm about to start trying stuff.
I feel like I saw a video on TikTok or on YouTube. I don't remember. I watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of TikTok. Where this guy said, your 20s. Oh, it was the guy from The Office. I can't remember his actual name. Dwight. But in real life.
Oh, I know what
Dwight. He said, your 20s are like your time that you're just trying things. Trying to figure out your life. And your 30s is when your life actually starts.
That's cool. That's really interesting. But it's like sometimes
I feel like that's what I'm doing right now.
I feel like you get stuck most of the time, you know, because you had your old parents. Depending on how strict your parents were, you have a parent telling you what to do every day, how you're supposed to live your life. So it's like when you get to that point where you're like alone, you're over there trying to figure things out, it become hard because you don't know where to start it.
Or you messed up and you get yourself in debt in your 20s and you're stuck in the rat race. Trying to get out.
Everybody got debts. I ain't gonna lie to you. My credit card is booming right now.
I feel you. I was like that a couple months ago.
Literally today, this is what You know who woke me up? Discover. People calling me and asking me like, you know what we can do for you? We can put you on a monthly payment so you can do your make sure you get your payment. I'm like, please let's do it because I need help. I'm struggling right here. Cause literally,
help me,
please. Usually when I have the money to pay for it, I rather do something else with it than pay my fucking my credit card bill. Cause I'm like,
yeah,
I got this to pay for it, I got this to pay for it. So I just like, you know what, let me just get over with and then try to pay it off. So I feel like once I start driving trucks and I would start making, cause I heard you making good money driving trucks, man.
yeah.
I know this one guy, one of my friends, he makes about like 15K a week just driving. If I get 15K a
I
week,
don't know
bro,
what he be doing. That's a lot of money.
because he does like
Heavy haul?
he works like at night and then he delivers and drops on like
Heavy stuff. Heavy equipment?
alcohol.
Oh, like hazard
Hazmat
pay.
thing. Yeah.
It's like a bonus, I think.
Yeah. So he making good money though. So he's like, if I get that type of money in one paycheck, I get to pay all my debts and I'm done with credit card debts. And I'm like, oof. So it's like, I think, but it's important to try stuff,
Yeah.
Even if you don't feel too comfortable, you just gotta go out there and just try. If you fail, you fail. That's it. You just keep it up. Try to do something new.
Something new. You're gonna find your thing.
Hmm?
That's that's the
I'm learning right now
what?
to get out of
Your comfort zone.
my comfort zone.
Yeah, you love being comfortable.
I love being comfortable.
It's not
Just see,
good.
I got that pillow right here.
Yeah.
I have to feel comfortable everywhere I go.
Yeah, I kind of got tired of sitting like that. I was
Yeah,
like,
but it's
let me
like-
relax. Let me chill.
It's like, I think
My
to be
life
able to,
motto. That's the word I was trying to find. My life motto.
You
Try
know
new
what's
things.
my life motto
What?
recently? Don't let anybody. Let me phrase that the right way, man.
Mhm.
Anybody that disrespect your boundaries that you set up at the beginning of a relationship have no respect for you. Because
Mhm.
if they're able to break that boundary, that's mean that anything you're gonna tell them to do or not do, they wouldn't care
In the future.
in the future. So I feel like if you set some boundaries in the start, I'm just learning that right now. I'm learning to set boundaries for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm setting a boundary for people that I love. I don't know about that love stuff. Set a boundary for my family.
What did you say you feel like when someone tells you I love you?
Ugh. I'd be like, why? The first thing that go in my head, I'd just be like,
You're
why?
like, why?
Because I never heard that much when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
it's like when somebody tell me I love you, man. You know how long it took me when my cousin told me I love you. First time my cousin told me I love you, I was like, what? What you say? And she was like, I love you. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
She was like, you ain't gonna say it
didn't
back?
even know what to say.
She was like, you ain't gonna say it back? I'm like, I said okay. What you want me to say? And
Thanks. Me and my girl have this thing. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks. Nah, yeah, dude. For
It's crazy.
Latinos, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but for us, our dads don't tell us I love you a lot.
Yeah, my dad never
Yeah.
told me I love you. Never.
So, yeah, bro, it's hard.
Never.
I think I've only like he has
Mhm.
told me I love you, but it's only in like maybe special occasions, maybe birthdays.
At least you get it on special occasion.
Yeah.
I don't get that shit
At all. Yeah, you're right. So
I think
I'm
I
lucky.
probably heard my dad say I love you to my sisters and stuff. That's
Yeah.
about it. So it's like I don't really care, to be honest. What's done is done. You just gotta move past it.
Just gotta be better when you have your kids.
I know, right?
All right, bro.
And
I'm low key kind of hungry.
I'm
You down
hungry
for
too,
dinner?
man. I'm hungry.
Let's
as
call it.
hell. Hey, man. This is
Plus,
your
I'm gonna have you
podcast.
back on in 2 weeks.
You right? So we got a lot to talk about. Man. We
All
got
right,
a lot
let's
to
call
talk
it.
about.
Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, share the video with your friends, family.
Sure.
I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was really interesting
It
conversation.
was a good podcast.
I feel like we could keep going.
we could have.
We could keep going, but
We
I'm kind of
could.
hungry. We're about to go eat.
True.
So, whenever he's back on, we'll keep going.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys got some good value out of this conversation. Hope you guys got some value out of the word of the day, which I did use,
You sure did. That was slick.
and the Bible verse of the day.
That was really slick.
Yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I suck at this.
I'm gonna give him a life lesson before we cut.
Hit him. Oh, you want to give him some advice?
Yes, before
Oh,
we
yeah, go
cut
for
off. I say from the beginning, from when you get out of high school, if you graduate, I think it's important that everybody graduate high school, at least
Oh,
finish high
100%.
school.
Yeah.
I want to say when you get out of high school, if you know that college is not for you, don't go. Don't waste your parents' money or
Mm-hmm.
tuition. Don't go. And
Don't
then
go get in debt if you don't know if you don't know what you want to do. Don't go and get yourself
don't
a
go.
$80,000 loan
And
for
be
college.
adventurous. Do stuff for yourself because you want to do it. Don't do stuff because you other people are doing it in the school and you want to do it. Just be
Mm-hmm.
you. Just be you at all time. I always believe that at the end of the day, whatever you're going through, you always find a way to come back out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the suicide rate for men are crazy, are very high, especially for like minorities are very high because they don't think that we all go through the same problem
That's right.
or we have stuff to deal with. But it's very important. If you have somebody you can talk to, do that. I'm starting to learn that. I'm sorry, but yeah, it
Finally, you
took me
have
a
come
while,
to
but
your
sometimes it
senses.
takes people way longer than that. And I'm happy, good thing that I started to realize that. So if you
Yeah.
have someone to talk to, if you don't want to talk to a therapist, none of that. But if you have somebody to talk to, you can open up with, talk to them. And for the people that want your friend to talk to y'all, sometimes we don't want you to tell us what to do or tell us like how we're supposed to do something. We just want you to just shut up and listen. Just like we let us talk when we done talk. If we need your opinion, that's what we ask you what to do. Because sometimes a man just need a place to vent, you know.
Yeah.
And I struggled a lot about like because I used to watch a lot of toxic stuff on YouTube about how never trust a woman, never tell a woman how you feel, or that's
Andrew
how.
Tate.
Hey, don't play with my man Andrew Tate,
Top
man.
G.
Top G, man. Still a top G. But the thing is, like, they used to say, like, don't trust a woman, don't never open up yourself to a woman. But to be
Yeah.
honest, if you find a woman that actually genuinely care for you, want to know how you feeling physically, mentally, and stuff, and want to talk to you, you should talk to her. And you should worship their friendship or their relationship very good.
Yeah.
And love yourself more. Tell yourself you love yourself. Even people don't tell you that. Just say that to yourself. So yeah, that's my quote for today, man.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's some good advice.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. That being said, hope you guys have a great day.
Peace out.
Peace.